dog, yo.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're covering some very sad news coming out of Florida's hip-hop scene. Rising Jacksonville rapper SpinThaBin, once signed under Kodak Black's Sniper Gang, has tragically passed away at the young age of just 25 years old. Reports say he was shot and later died in the hospital. This is another devastating loss for the Florida rap community, and today we're going to break down what happened, Wam's career, and the impact he left behind. According to police reports, officers responded to calls of shots fired around 8:30 p.m. in the 500 block of Northwest 6th Avenue in Hallandale Beach, Florida. When they arrived, they found SpinThaBin, real name Brandon Wamley, suffering from gunshot wounds. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital, but unfortunately, he passed away a short time later. Police believe this was not a random act. In fact, they've said early findings suggest that Wam and the gunman knew each other, pointing to this being an isolated incident. As of Friday afternoon, no arrests had been made. The details about the confrontation remain unclear, and investigators are still piecing together exactly what went down. SpinThaBin had been making waves in Florida's underground rap scene for several years. Fans know him for tracks like Praying for Killing, No Attempts, and You're the Twins, songs that helped him stand out with his gritty storytelling and authentic delivery. He was briefly signed to Kodak Black's Sniper Gang label, which gave him a big platform and introduced him to a much wider audience. Even after buying himself out of that contract in 2023, Wam kept pushing forward with music independently. He wasn't just a one-hit wonder, he was really carving out his own lane and proving that he could thrive on his own terms. And it wasn't just the music. Wam had been very open about his struggles. In recent interviews, he talked about getting sober after a near-fatal drug overdose. He seemed motivated to make changes in his life and career, and fans were rooting for his comeback story. After the news broke, tributes from fans, peers, and industry insiders flooded social media. People remembered Wam not only as an artist with incredible potential, but as a young man with a lot more life to live. For Florida hip-hop, especially Jacksonville and South Florida, this is another tragic reminder of how fragile life can be. Just when an artist starts gaining traction, it feels like violence cuts their story short. Whether you were a die-hard fan of Wam's music, or just now hearing his name, his passing is being felt across the culture. This situation also raises bigger questions about the cycle of violence that has affected so many rappers in recent years. We've seen too many young artists, from Pop Smoke to King Von to P&B Rock, lose their lives before they could truly reach their full potential. Wam's death hits especially hard because he seemed to be on a path toward change, trying to leave past struggles behind and focus on his craft. Unfortunately, we may never get to see just how far he could have gone. For his supporters, this is a painful what if. At just 25 years old, SpinThaBin's story ended far too soon. But his music, his voice, and the memories fans have of him will continue to live on. Whether it was raw street anthems or more reflective tracks, he made his mark and inspired people in his own way. Rest in peace to SpinThaBin, also known as Brandon Wamley. Our condolences go out to his family, his friends, and everyone mourning this loss. Let me know in the comments how you first discovered Wam's music and what track of his means the most to you. And as always, stay safe out there, y'all. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.